Hello, everyone. I'm Barry Vanover, and welcome to our next edition of Success Sessions. I'm extremely excited to have martial arts school owner Joe Fischbach with us today. Mr. Fischbach, thank you for taking time out to be on this interview.
Thank you for having me.
You know, we've done a couple of these in the past, and then we started doing these again recently. And we started with Ricky Lamb from in England last week. And school owners, we've got such good feedback because I think school owners, they get tired of hearing only from consultants and gurus and things like that. They want to hear from another school owner what's really happening, what's really getting results from the owners. So these are going to be great, and I know you've always got great information to share, and your school rocks it out. So let's get to a little bit of detail so everyone can kind of get a feel for where you're at in your business. So what's the name of your school, and what city are you in?
Premier Martial Arts, and we're located in Rainham, Massachusetts.
Okay, great. Now, how many years have you been in business there?
We're closing on 3 years. But the school was actually open prior to that for 11 years.
Oh, so you bought an existing school?
Bought an existing school, yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right, so let's talk about what kind of growth you've had in the past 3 years and, number of students that you're currently at.
When I first bought the school, they were hovering around a little over the 200 mark. We've stayed pretty consistent right around the 300 mark.
Oh, wow.
The goal is to try to, shoot for 500. That's our goal for this main location because we have 2 dojos.
Okay, so in 3 years, you've grown the school by a third, increased it by 100 students, staying steady there, and now have a goal of 500 students.
Yes.
All right, great. So, the amount of revenue that can be generated from 300 students, let's talk about it. So what is your average monthly gross revenue right now? And the reason I ask this is it's important for school owners to hear the success and I say rubber meets the road. How much money are you making in that school in gross revenue?
We're roughly on average between 40 to 45 a month.
$45,000 a month. Okay, very, very amazing. So you've got with 300 students, you've got a nice price per student, and now how much of that is tuition billing per month?
I would say about 25-ish.
Okay.
Rough.
So now the reason that question is so important for other school owners is so many school owners live and die every month by their tuition billing. But see, you're in the perfect situation. About 45 to 50% of your revenue is coming from in-house cash money. And that's in the form of, I'm sure, down payments, paid in fulls on new students, maybe upgrade programs, equipment sales, test fee, all of the other 5 to 6 income generators. So, when I talk to a school owner, their average gross revenue is $20,000 and their tuition billing is $20,000. They're not doing any in-house money, and they're missing out on a lot of revenue. So you're in that perfect balance there. Very good. Now, speaking of upgrade systems, do you have upgrade systems in place?
Yes, we do.
Can you go through which upgrade programs you have?
Yep, we have. Obviously, everybody starts off at basic, then black belt training, premier. Then we have, leadership. We have CIT, and then we also have a demo team.
Okay, and all of those are income generators. Okay, great. Again, important for school owners to understand that one key reason you have such a high gross revenue and high in-house cash amount every month is because of those upgrade programs.
Absolutely.
Okay, and because now we are creating different markets to sell to. Not only the new people coming in, but your existing students are always in a situation where they can increase the excitement level of their training by moving up to the next level program. Okay, so for 300 students, what kind of staffing does it take to run this school?
We have, 4 full-timers, counting myself, and 2 part-timers.
Okay, all right, perfect. Now, probably the number one thing that school owners that I talk to, they miss some of what they feel is not important. They miss the fact that it's extremely important. Most school owners, when I talk to them, they're interested in just marketing. But what you've told us already there's a lot to running a successful school besides just marketing. Um, Curriculum, the classroom floor, the instructor training, having the upgrade systems in place and understanding how you put those together and sell those. Just dealing with 6 staff members is an education level in itself.
Right.
Knowing how to do staff meetings and train staff properly. Now, I'm guessing your school, one of those staff members is a full-time program manager?
Yes.
Okay. And a lot of school owners don't even know what the task of a program manager is. Can you give us an idea of what your program manager, what they exclusively work on and do?
They're responsible for getting new students in the door. They're also responsible for signing up the new students, internal events, external events, booths, birthday parties. So anything that has anything to do with getting new people into the door.
Okay. And is the same person, are they responsible for selling the upgrades? Did you mention that?
Right now, because we have a person that's new in the position, we're kind of like sharing the upgrades between myself and Sensei Ali, and we're kind of slowly working him into that position as of right now.
Now, what's your goal for the number of new students that you guys want to sign up every month?
The goal would be right now about 20, and then from that point there, try to get 80% of those people into black belt training.
Okay. All right. And by the way, we're talking about programs. What style of martial arts? What's your curriculum? What's your programs that you're teaching at your school?
We teach Krav Maga,
okay,
Muay Thai. I made a list of them because we have quite a few things. We teach a blend of Taekwondo, Kempo. We also teach the sticks, which is the Kali, the Arnis, the Eskrima, and that's pretty much it. Plus, we do the CrossFit as well.
Okay, so you got a martial arts fitness program.
Yep, we do the cross kick too, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. So now on your video here, there you go. Now you're moving. I don't know if you were frozen on your screen or my screen, but it's working perfectly and it was no problem. So moving on with marketing now. To sign up 20 new students a month consistently, to have a nice high retention rate. What is your retention rate? Do you know the last time you checked?
I would say we're roughly around 97%.
Okay, perfect. 97 or attrition ratio is how many people you're losing. Retention is how many people you're keeping. To have an attrition ratio, a losing rate of 3% per month is great. 5% to 7% is average. Anything over 7% owners, you've got a massive problem happening on your classroom floor and inside your school. So let's jump to marketing. Give me the top 3 go-to that's you're very consistent on marketing actions that get you results that you guys never deviate from. It's just, and if it's 4 or 5, that's fine too, that you consistently are doing.
Facebook is a constant. Birthday parties, pretty much every weekend. And then I would have to say referrals. So when a student comes in and they sign up, or even we ask for a referral on the info call after we sign them up for the actual intro lesson. And we also ask them for a referral at the sign up as well.
So important. So important because, look, someone is never as excited. There's 2 super exciting moments for a martial arts student. Well, there's 3. The day they sign up, the day that they upgrade to a higher level training program, and the day they get their black belt. And all 3 of those, we should be, especially the first 2, we should be focusing on getting referrals. Your beginning level students have more friends that you have never gotten their information than any other. So your brown belts have given you the same friends' information in referral programs and contests for years. It's those new students that have brand new friends that we want to contact.
Exactly.
And that's such a key. People overlook the referral programs. All right, so what about some out-of-the-norm marketing, maybe that you're doing that is either getting a result or maybe that you're experimenting with right now?
Right now, we just tried, and I got this idea from a friend of mine, and I figured, let me give it a shot and try it. We're doing a review challenge. And basically, what it is we kind of titled it Shout from the Rooftops. Because many times we hear parents tell us about how, excuse me, how much martial arts has changed their life, but not anybody in the community that really knows about that. So, what we did to try to encourage people to share the success story on either Facebook or any of the social media sites is that we did a contest for the month of March. So, on the 1st of April, we're actually going to pull names out of a hat of all the people that put reviews for us. So, for an example, if you were to put a review on 3 different sites, you get 3 different tickets. And the first prize is a Fitbit, very low cost. Second prize is a $100 Best Buy card. And then the third prize is a $50 gas card.
Awesome.
So I think we probably got, I want to say maybe 20, 30 reviews
Okay.
In the last month that we wouldn't have had if we didn't do that.
Awesome. Awesome. And to me, that's, just technical talk. To me, that's a promotion. For me, marketing is actions we're doing that's going to directly sign up a new student within a reasonable period of time. But that is what I call a promotion. And that's a great idea, well worth people listening, and everybody should be doing that promotion. What else have you done, experimental or out of the norm marketing that might have been? And if you've tried something that didn't work, well, then let's talk about that too, right? So people don't try something that's not going to get them a result, and they're wasting their time and money.
I mean, we pretty much do all the normal things, just constantly calling leads that we've had in the past, people that have come in that maybe just either didn't have the time or the finances at the time or whatever, to try to see if we can entice them to come back in.
Okay.
But we do a lot of the traditional forms of marketing. The big thing that I want to try to shoot for right now, which is what you and I have discussed, is actually putting a poster in our bathrooms, a nice poster framed of a referral program. So when someone's in there and they're going to the bathroom, it just shows them how they get rewarded by sending in new people. So for an example, if somebody comes and refers a friend, if that friend signs up, they get $50 towards the pro shop.
Okay.
Which can help with equipment, or if they want to get one of the new shirts we have, whatever. If they refer 2 people, we would times that by 2, so they would get a $100 gift card towards the pro shop. And also the person that they refer, we actually give them a free month right off the bat. The reason why we do that is we'll obviously do the intro first, just like your traditional intro. At the sign up, so long as everything was great, the kid was great, the parents are already seeing positive results. At that point there, we'll actually use that free month as a savings off of the initial payment.
Gotcha.
But that's the big thing that we're trying to kind of right now is referrals.
And referrals is not, out of the norm. That was one of your standards. Okay. You know what? Let's go over some victories that you've had recently. What's some things that's just proud of, or things that have just clicked and worked for you guys lately?
Yeah. We just did a sleepover last weekend. We had 37 kids show up. It was crazy. It was chaos. The cool thing about it is I was actually out sick. I was completely sick, and one of our full-timers was sick too. And Sensei Ali, who's my right-hand person, with Mr. Zach, which is her brother, 2 full-timers, knocked it out of the park. Awesome. They ran everything. That was a huge victory for us. We did 9 appointments out of a birthday party 2 weeks ago. Out of them, we had 4 people sign up. We had 2 paid in fulls.
Okay, so let's stop right there. So many people do birthday parties, but they don't get sign-ups and they don't schedule appointments. Just quickly tell us, how many kids were at the birthday party?
Oh gosh, it was a big one. Probably like 25-ish.
And what was your action to get 9 appointments?
Well, first of all, we set it up as an intro right in the very beginning. We make a big deal out of the kid that's having the birthday. Just high energy, benefit driven. And from there, it's your traditional birthday party. At the end, it's really simple. We do pretty much what you guys do, is we let them know that by signing up, today for an intro, not only will you receive a free month, but by signing up today, you'll also receive a free uniform as well.
And that's for just scheduling the introductory lesson.
Scheduling the introductory lesson today.
Awesome.
So
awesome. That's important because a lot of people don't do that. And a lot of people don't know how to schedule the appointments.
Right. Well, we don't give them the uniform that day.
Right.
We wait for them to come back to the intro and then set it up like a traditional intro.
Awesome. Okay. Any other victories you want to share?
Yeah, we've got a few. We just put together our very first television commercial, which airs next week. We're on a lot of the major stations, which is really awesome. And we're going to be aired morning, afternoon, and at night.
Okay.
Our target audience is ages between 3 and 35. We just actually posted it last night, and we've already got 25 shares on it, which was awesome.
Okay. Now that's experimental. You haven't. You just started this, so I want owners to not hear this and rush out to Comcast or somewhere and spend a bunch of money. You're experimenting. You don't know how this is going to work out, right?
I don't know.
Okay, awesome.
I'll let you know, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yesterday, we had a victory for our program director and also Sensei. They did 3 upgrades and 2 new within 1 hour, kind of teaming up together, which was pretty awesome. External events we have that are victories for us that help us every single year. We go to the local high school. We run 3 classes for the high school. It's for the ROTC, which is like a military style class that they have at the high school. We've got stuff plugged in with Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. We're actually doing a car show in our plaza. In a couple of months, there's going to be like 500 cars in our parking lot. We're doing a booth. We're doing a demo. We got PTO events coming. So those are all great victories. Obviously hoping to turn those into bigger victories. We also just purchased a PMA vehicle. We bought a Denali. What we're going to do is we're going to wrap it all with PMA. And then we got voted for most loved school in our community, in our area, among probably 9 to 10 other schools.
That's the biggest victory you've just shared.
Right. Which is awesome. And then also, like I said, we had 2 key players down, and the place still ran solid. I got a ton of compliments on the staff as far as how they handled it, and it was really cool. It was really cool.
Wow, that's awesome. To share a victory of my own, and just to emphasize, since we're talking about marketing, last week I put up a post on the Martial Arts Management Group Facebook page. I'm trying to think. I know one school that we work with signed up 8 new students. Another school signed up like 15 new students. I think John Lyles in Lubbock, Texas, Mr. Baker in Maryville, Tennessee. And then at one of my own schools, my instructors had gone out and done school talks for a couple of days. And I went over that morning and did a mass intro myself and signed up 19 new students in an hour and a half not even an hour and a half. Now, they had to go to the public school for 2 days, so that took a lot of hours and time teaching all those PE classes. But we just simply did our mass intro procedures. We did our ABCs of Success School Talk. We passed out all the cards. We had 22 kids show up, and I signed up 19 on Saturday morning. Now, the victory is just mass intros itself. So school owners out there that's listening, this is one fast, powerful way to grow your school. And I'm not as young and cool as I used to be when I was doing a lot of school talks and traveling, but I still rocked it out, and I still did the same thing I've been doing for 20 years, and it works. So to me, that was a great victory and lots of fun. All right, so let's move on, and let's have 2 last questions. One of them is, everything is not always hunky-dory and amazing at a martial arts school. There's a lot of things that's happening to get the kind of results that you've got. A lot of things good has to be happening, but not everything's great. What would you say is one of your own biggest obstacles in the day-to-day operations of a martial arts studio?
I would say the biggest obstacle is just to make sure that your staff is sound as far as knowing the systems, staying plugged in, making sure that you're spending the proper amount of time that you need to spend with them to, teach them obviously the systems, but also to motivate them through just having the meetings every single week.
Staff training, staff development.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can only do that if you've got good business systems that can be duplicated.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. And I think that's the challenge for most businesses is dealing and training with staff. People don't understand that companies and corporations, they have people dedicated to constantly hiring and training new staff continuously. Everything from your local department stores like a Dillard's or Sears to every company, manufacturer company, that human resource department's constantly grinding staff through there. We're not that big, but we still have to be focused on staff training. Okay, very, very good. Now, what is your best closing question? What is your best piece of advice for any martial arts school owner?
Best piece of advice is to make sure that you're staying plugged into the industry, like our organization, especially with the PMA organization, because there's constantly people out there sharing new information, victories, and not have that mindset of it's because of their area or it's because of who they are. I can't get those kind of results when that's just a bunch of crap. Anybody can do it so long as you have the right systems in place, the right people around you. Don't listen to the naysayers. Stay positive, stay focused, and constantly be learning. That would be my best advice.
Awesome. You know what? That's so good. I was going to ask you any follow-ups, but that was so perfect. I think we're going to close on that. It can't get any better than that. Thank you so much for the time that you spent with us today. I really appreciate it, and tell all your staff hi for me, okay?
Absolutely. You too, and thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
All right, sir. I'll talk to you soon.
You got it, sir. Thank you.